sound levels. Can you just say your name and your position within the Stop Endless
Street? It's Tony Campbell. I'm the person who talks to the press, basically.
Is that right? So if you could just briefly explain why you're here today.
Well, we are here today to oppose March for England. It's a far right, sort of racist, fascist organisation. Sort of motley groups of people with a long history of sort of anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim hatred, basically.
Okay. They claim to be just the St George's Day parade, but what would you say to that?
Well, I mean, you can't trust these people on the basis of what they say they are. You look at look at the people involved. You've got Casuals United, who have recently been supporting. They've been calling the National Front's White Pride demonstration in Swansea a patriotic event. This is their notion of patriotism, is a sort of violent ethno-nationalism. If that's what they see as patriotism.
So what is your main goal for the protest? What do you hope to achieve by being here today?
I mean, what we want to achieve is to show, through force of numbers and noise, and we want to show that Brighton is not a place that accepts their kind of violent racist creed. And we say that we won't be intimidated, we won't be browbeaten. Yeah.
I've seen some stuff online saying that if this parade was just ignored, then perhaps it wouldn't be such a large circus around it.
I mean, it happened for 2 years before anyone opposed it. The history of the far right shows that if you ignore them, they don't go away. In fact, that gives them confidence to grow and to dominate larger areas and to intimidate other people into complying with what they want. That's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
What's the measure of success for you today?
Measure of success is that they don't have a good day. They don't get to do what they want. They're not happy with the day. Essentially, we want to make it so that they're disheartened enough that they don't want to come back.
What do you think, on a personal level, about the kind of people, a couple of the leaders of the kind of patriot movement? Could you identify any of those and what you kind of think of those?
I think they're the sort of, they've got delusions of grandeur. They're the sort of people who want to be the next Tommy Robinson, the next Nick Griffin. And that's part of the reason why you've got all these infinite number of splinter groups, is that you've got all these headmen with big egos who want to see themselves as the leader of the new sort of British revolution sort of thing.
Okay, but then let's flip it around. In terms of you guys, a lot of people have got misconceptions and stereotypes of kind of what you guys are about. They might have a kind of a view of kind of middle class, kind of youth issues. What would you talk about in terms of the stereotype of the left?
Well, I mean, most of our support in Brighton, actual support in terms of organising and stuff like that, comes from people on the left. It comes from trade unions. A lot of anti-fascists come from trade union backgrounds, which you couldn't necessarily say for these types of people. In contrast, you've got people like Tommy Robinson, who are their leaders, who owns a string of tanning salons. He might speak with a vaguely London accent, but what does that mean? He's a boss. We're not.
And in terms of, that's quite interesting because no one really knows you guys on a personal level. We have an idea of what these guys like on a personal level. But in terms of, on a personal level, what you guys are about, what do you guys do in your downtime when you're not opposing fascists?
I don't know. What does anyone do in their downtime?
On tanning salons?
No, I don't own any tanning salons, no. I don't think, I think the vast majority of people here don't own tanning salons. I think that's something we can be confident about. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers, thanks guys. Cheers.